The number one reason you will never be rich. The biggest reason you will never become rich has nothing to do with your hard work, what your investments, or even how much you are saving. It's an incomplete piece of advice you were taught about money, and it could be quietly sabotaging your finances, keeping you stuck. The shared problem. Does this sound familiar? You work hard, you pay your bills on time, your paycheck lands in your account, and before you know it, it's all spoken for. Rent, the car payment, groceries, student loans. You feel like you're running faster and faster on a financial hamster wheel, but not actually getting anywhere. Even if you're earning a good salary, but you still have that nagging feeling you're one unexpected bill away from disaster and financial frustration. It feels like you're surviving, not thriving. This isn't a personal failure, it's a trap. And today, we're going to talk about how to get out of it. The big lie reveal. The number one reason you aren't getting rich is because you were taught to play a financial game you can't win. The flawed advice is this: get a good job, work hard, pay your bills, and you'll build wealth. That's not the complete path to wealth. It's the path to being a good employee and a good consumer. The system is practically designed to keep you earning just enough to spend and spending just enough to stay in debt. You're taught to focus on your salary, but as your income goes up, so do your expenses. It's a phenomenon known as lifestyle creep. You think a bigger paycheck is the answer, but the truth is, it's not just about how much money you make. It's about how you manage it. The real reason you aren't getting rich is because you've been taught to focus on earning and spending, not on building and owning. You've been programmed to be a passenger in your financial life when you should be the pilot. Credibility. Bridge, for years, I followed this exact script. I got the degree, I climbed the career ladder, and my paychecks got bigger. But so did my expenses. The car got nicer, the apartment was in a better neighborhood, and the vacations became more expensive. I was making more money than ever before, but I felt just as broke and just as trapped. It wasn't until I realized I was following a broken set of rules that things finally started to change. I stopped playing their game and started creating my own. The roadmap to freedom. Breaking free from this trap isn't about working harder, it's about thinking differently. It boils down to 3 fundamental shifts in your mindset. First, stop being just a consumer and start becoming an owner. Wealthy people think differently. Instead of asking, "What can I buy with this money?" they ask, "What asset can I buy that will make me more money?" This changes your identity from someone who spends money to someone who puts money to work. It's the difference between buying designer clothes and buying a stock that pays dividends. One takes money from your pocket forever. The other puts money back in. Spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money. Second, you have to pay yourself first, not last. This is probably the most critical habit you can build. The old advice tells you to get your paycheck, pay all your bills, and then save whatever is left over. But for most of us, what's left over is, well, nothing. The wealthy do the exact opposite. The moment they get paid, a percentage is automatically transferred to their savings and investment accounts before a single bill is paid. This forces you to live on the rest. It's a simple change, but it guarantees you're building your future instead of just funding your present. It makes saving for what you want a non-negotiable priority. Third, you have to become the CFO of your own life. A business would never succeed without tracking its income, expenses, and assets. Yet most of us run our personal finances with no real plan, which is a huge mistake. You need to know exactly where every dollar is going. This isn't about being cheap or restrictive. It's about being intentional. A budget isn't a punishment. It's your plan for freedom. Getting a handle on your debt isn't a chore. It's a strategy to reclaim your income. This is the step where you stop being passive about your money and start taking radical control. Envisioning the future. Imagine what your life could look like when you make these shifts. Your money is no longer a source of stress. It's a tool that works for you day and night. You have an emergency fund that acts as a shield against life's inevitable surprises, giving you incredible peace of mind. You start making decisions based on your goals and your freedom, not out of fear. You're no longer a slave to your next paycheck. You are building a life that you truly own, piece by piece, because you finally understand the real rules of the game. CTA and conclusion. Letting go of that flawed financial advice is the most important first step you can take. If you're ready to stop playing by the old rules and start creating your own path to financial freedom, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications for more videos that will help you build a real wealth mindset. As your next step, click to watch this video on the 3 simplest assets you can start owning today. Stop just earning, start owning. If you feel you learned something in this video, pay a like down below. And if you want to boost your financial literacy, subscribe. See you in our next video.